Welcome, everybody. Bacon's my podcast. What's your bacon in 7 questions? Today's a special one because it is What's your bacon in 7 questions for repeat offenders. We've only done a few of these. We got Andrew from Project 86 here. What's up, dude? How you doing?
The pleasure's all mine. Thank you guys for having me on again. It's amazing to come back. Really enjoyed the conversation last time around, and looking forward to going further, going deeper.
Nice. Nice. I love it. Part 2 of the double album Omni is out now. Omni Fest. The album release party is March 1st and 2nd. Is this going to be out before then or after that?
I'll have to check.
All right. So hopefully this is coming out before then.
I hope so.
If not, it's already sold out, so you can't go see it there anyway. But there is a live stream if it hasn't happened yet. Check out project86.com. You can check out the live stream. You can check out the single for Pariah on YouTube and the website. Excellent job on the record, man. It's awesome. I can feel the outrage spreading.
I think
Can you? We were just talking about it too.
Right.
The
Exactly.
outrage that is spreading. But yeah, I think it's great. I think my favorite song as of right now is the X's and Y's.
Okay.
I really was digging on that song. The few times that I got a chance to listen to it. But that one just hit me in a way, and I was like, "Oh yeah, all right, nice."
Well,
So
I appreciate the love, man, and we worked very hard on both parts of this album. It seems to be that when you first start out your career, everything sort of comes easily, creatively speaking.
sure,
And then
yeah,
the further you go, the more it's a function of work,
right,
So
Yeah.
if you want to put out something that's as good or better than your previous material, something that hits people, you're going to have to put in the time and energy and hard work. And definitely the time was put in and then some on both of these records. Omni Part 2 just seemed to stretch on and on and on. There were just every piece of the puzzle took like twice as long than it probably should have. But I think at the end of the day, the results are strong. You know what I mean? Like I feel really good about it in hindsight.
You put in the time, and you make it work. And we're about to show you right now how putting in next to no time to do a follow up
Questionnaire. Yeah.
is definitely results in less quality.
Yeah.
That's what we have coming for you.
Great.
And what's your bacon for repeat offenders?
Yes.
So we'll start there. Question number 1. So we're talking about the music career and everything right now. What are some of the unwritten rules of your job?
Oh, that's a good question. Unwritten rules of the job. Ooh. There's definitely an unwritten rule that what happens on the road stays on the road.
Yes, for sure.
And it's not that it's some nefarious, sinister, everybody's a thief and a liar and a hypocrite and a jerk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more like when you get trapped inside of any sort of situation, hotel room, vehicle, green room, bus, whatever it is, with the same dudes for a period of time. Things are said and things happen that you just wouldn't do or say in the real world, in real life, around the people that you care about.
Yeah.
And like, there's no way to tell anyone about that without it sounding ridiculous or totally embarrassing or totally offensive. So I think that's the main reason why what happens on the road stays on the road, because it is like its own dimension, and it only makes sense there. So that's definitely one. Another, I think, unwritten law or rule is you kind of don't let anyone behind the velvet rope, sort of thing. Like and that's part and parcel to what I just mentioned. It's this idea that a lot of the decisions that are made, that the people on the other side of the screen or the headphones or the speakers see and hear, there's a lot of thought and intention that usually goes into that. Not always, but a lot of times. And most people don't understand. I am going to break this rule just a little bit right now, but just as in, like, if you're to think critically about why you're seeing what you're seeing on television, for example,
Mhm.
like as of this recording today, the Super Bowl's on. And if you watch every second of the Super Bowl programming, there's intention, there's strategy put into
Absolutely.
mostly just monetizing your attention,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you just sort of think critically about everything you see and boil it down to that sort of common denominator, it all starts making a lot more sense.
Sure.
And it's similar with music and with entertainment. It is all a strategy to get you to buy into whatever's being presented, whatever messaging, so that you stream the record, buy a ticket to the show, buy a
Yep.
t-shirt. And the way that that's accomplished inside of my job and inside of music is through a lot of times through perception.
Mhm.
And so there are all these decisions, small and big decisions that are made behind the scenes that affect the perception of the artist and the music and all that. And so there's this unspoken rule that you don't really let many people behind the velvet ropes. Now, in recent history, I've actually flip-flopped that entire rule. And through the Patreon community that I do, I actually let people that are in the Patreon community behind the velvet ropes. And I never did that before. But I actually flipped the script in the sense that uh, I actually welcome people's input into the process. So when there's a demo or there's like a decision being made about what the next record's going to sound like or next song is going to sound like or what it's going to be about or whatever, I put that out there for people first and let them into the thought process to hear comments and such. And it's really turned into this strange anti uh, typical process for how this thing's done between the artist and the fan. And it's really turned into this familial sort of camaraderie almost amongst the like inner circle of fans and such. So I plan on repeating that moving forward. And I've had so many people tell me, there's nothing like what we have here in this Patreon community. And I said, that's not by design. That's like an organic like
Right.
evolution
That
Sure.
happens.
of people just participating in the stuff that I'm putting out there,
Mhm.
and then a conversation happening. But yeah, typically the rule is, there's a big divide between the artist and the fan. And, with social media and such, you've seen that sort of go away to a point. And I finally just completely embraced really the opposite approach as to what I took earlier in my career that worked
Sure.
pretty well.
Yeah.
So there's a couple little tidbits.
I
Nice.
like that.
Nice.
All right. Question number 2. What is the better useless superpower? Either the ability of color manipulation or cheese manipulation.
Color manipulation or cheese manipulation. So when you say cheese manipulation, is that like just melting the cheese
You
or
can
trans
fashion it,
You're like the Magneto
transforming the cheese
cheese.
into a different type of cheese?
Yes. Yes.
or just in shape, or like he was saying, like the Magneto of
Of
cheese.
cheese.
Oh wow. Okay, so anytime there's cheese in something, you could potentially like lift the object or
Yes.
turn it into some sort of, oh man, so many options for that. Color or cheese. But cheese is in so many things.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what if like a pizza delivery driver, is stacked with pizzas in the back of his car and you activate the cheese power and you can toss the car into a riverbed or off a
Right.
bridge
That's the
or
thing.
into
Right.
a car, right? So I'm going to go with cheese also because I love cheese.
Yeah.
Like,
Cheese is
cheese
fantastic.
is one of the best foods there is,
Yeah.
Agreed.
right? And
Yep.
like, I can't pick just one. So part of that power is to turn one type of cheese into another type of cheese.
Yeah. Like
Like,
you take a bite of pizza and you're like,
that's a
my
game
next
changer.
bite is going to be all different cheese. The next bite,
That's
all different cheese.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
And like,
That's
there,
yeah.
there are so many different like meals that are made by specific types of cheeses.
Right.
Different types
Yeah.
of salads, different types of oh my gosh, just limitless.
We
Yeah.
could determine the best cheese for a cheeseburger just using one burger.
Yeah,
Every bite could be a different trial.
that is truly a game changer.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah. All right.
That's what we do here. We blow minds. I will also say, I've recently watched all the X-Men movies again.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the next Deadpool. And Magneto, by far, the best power.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the coolest. the coolest.
And that's why he's the chief bad guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the bad guy's always the coolest, right?
Right? Always.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like, hey, he's kind of right. He's kind of right.
He's kind of right. And I used to watch the old cartoon in the 90s.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I loved that cartoon. It was really good.
I just restarted it.
Yeah.
I just rewatched a lot of the movies as well. And man, I really like Logan.
Yeah.
I think
Logan's
that one
such a
is
good
one of my
movie, man.
favorites.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
And I really like First Class as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that one also.
Yeah. I like
Really
the interweaving with the history.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
always like a fun move for sure.
Yeah. And that era Magneto also is
Oh, Fassbender.
just
man.
badass.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like-
He's so good in everything.
He is so good in everything, man.
Like in the the newest two Alien films, Prometheus and
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alien. What was it? Alien Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Yeah. Great. Super good villain.
Yeah. He's pretty excellent. He even made Assassin's Creed almost watchable.
I never saw that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you need to, but I would say if you did, you could be like, yeah, he's still good.
He's pretty good, man. He's pretty
He is
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about video game films. They're usually like not
Usually not very good. But Last of Us was pretty excellent if you didn't watch that. The series
haven't
Last
seen
of Us. Man,
Mm.
really well done.
Okay.
Like pretty
I
great.
haven't seen it.
Worth it.
You're gonna have to check it out
Worth it.
for sure.
All right. Question number 3. What's the first body part you wash in the shower?
Ooh, good question. It's my face. I mean, that's pretty boring, but
Yeah, face first, man.
I tend to be pretty linear in terms of the way I think, so I just kind of work my way down.
Top to bottom.
Top to
Start
bottom.
with the face. Start with the head, actually. Head, face.
Keep on moving.
Yeah.
All right.
Boring.
I'm in. I do that too. So, all right. Question number 4. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
Good question. Friends and family assume that I had done. Arrested for no question. What would my family and friends assume that I had done? I mean, it could be assumed that maybe I said something that I shouldn't have said to some authority figure, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's clear cut though. Like
Rabble rouser.
that's kind of where my mind went, but I don't know. I'm not really known as someone who breaks a lot of laws, to be honest.
Yeah.
So maybe it's saying something.
I think they would assume that it was a mistake. I think they would assume that it was something that like was unjust had happened, and I was at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people, and got lumped in somehow, guilty by association, or I don't know, because I'm not usually the guy who gets in a lot of trouble with the law.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 5. Choice time. If you had to choose between only eating pre-chewed food
Oh,
or only being able to communicate through interpretive dance for the
ooh.
rest of your life, which one would you choose?
I would do the interpretive dance because it's just the other option is disgusting.
Yeah.
There's a game called
Being baby birded is too much.
There's a game that my kids and I play that's a card game, and it's called like Pick Your Poison.
Right.
And it's that idea. It's like you have to choose between two equally horrible scenarios. So it reminded me of that. Have you guys ever played that game?
I haven't,
No,
but
we'll look
but I
into
would.
it, for sure.
It sounds like a fun
If
game.
this is something that you guys are looking for material on, that game
Right.
has infinite like amounts.
Nice.
Okay.
The interpretive dance thing kind of would be fun because people would be so confused all the
Right.
time.
You could never
Yeah.
explain it though. You couldn't
That
write.
I
you
wouldn't.
couldn't talk.
I wouldn't even feel embarrassed. I would
Right.
embrace it and just, kind of put the onus on them to feel
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
And
Well, you have
look,
to. If that's
look
your
at them
only
like,
way.
what I'm doing is totally normal.
Right.
You're the one with the like fully gaslight them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that. All right, Andrew. This one you'll be judged very harshly on.
Okay.
Question number 6. When it comes to the toilet paper roll, are you an over or are you under?
Are you talking about when you wipe?
No.
No.
When you place it in your house.
Oh. Well, it goes on the back, so whatever that means.
Oh, he's mullets. He's mullets,
it's not-
not beards.
It's not a mullet. It's a mullet, not a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes on the back.
Oh wow! Really?
Okay.
Okay.
That's how I've always done it. I mean, when you think about it, though, it probably needs to be in the front. I've never put a whole lot of thought into that, but that's a question that I've been asked many times recently. For some reason, it's
I've
coming up.
flipped it. I've flipped it in other people's houses. I've been in there, which is rude.
Oh,
Which is, first off, it's rude. But
Yeah,
I'm
I go
like,
for the over.
yeah, I don't go for
maybe
the back.
that's like the proper way to do it.
Then it can hit the wall. It can get dusty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Maybe I've been doing it wrong the whole time. That explains so many things, probably.
It's an educational show.
That's what
Yeah.
we have
That's what
here.
we do. That's what we're
Now
about.
I'm gonna have to check.
See, later on, we're
Me too.
changing lives here. Here on Big is the Podcast. All right, question number 7. Now, this one doesn't determine if you get a bonus question. You get one anyway in repeat offenders. So we do have one coming.
Nice.
But this is question number 7. A little bit of a memory. Go back a little bit. You get to pick one Halloween costume from your past to wear every day the rest of your life. What
Got
is
it. It would probably be the one that I've worn the most.
Okay.
I had a period of time where I would dress up the same every year, and it was very simple. I just wore black from head to toe with a black hood and painted my face like a skull.
Okay.
And it's never not cool.
Right.
Yeah.
It's never not scary.
It always looks cool. It's always creepy.
It's always creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's a
And
solid.
people always kind of take you seriously when you look like that. There's
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right.
But
That's a good one.
still, they want to look at you. Like, you're not so scary to little kids that they don't want to look at you. Like, they scream and cry and run away. They're more just like,
Right.
kind of cool.
Love it.
All right. Bonus
Well,
question.
the bonus question is this: what is your favorite and least favorite sequel?
Favorite and least favorite sequel. I mean, this is going to sound so cliche. The two that popped in my head are two of the greatest films of all time.
There we go.
I'll put them 1 and 2. Empire Strikes Back.
It's my favorite sequel as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just obvious. Like, I know you want interesting answers, but like,
No, just want real ones.
how do you
Just want
not?
real ones? Yeah.
And the second one is The Godfather Part 2.
Sure.
I mean, The Godfather was so good, and somehow they made one that was equally good. He
Right.
made one that was equally good or better. Now, least favorite. Oh,
See, this is where it gets interesting. What's your least favorite sequels?
sequel. Ugh, there's a lot because the rule is that sequels are usually not that good.
Exactly.
Right.
The exception is when they are. So there's almost too many options.
Well, like, when's the last time you went to a sequel and you questioned your reasoning for even going? You were
Okay,
like,
here's one.
man.
Even though the first film against a Star Wars film,
Mhm.
even though the first film was not that great, it was okay, but it
Right.
left you off on a moment of potential. It was the newest trilogy.
Force Awakens and
yeah. So I went and saw The Force Awakens, and I was like, okay, it's retread for sure, but there are a lot of good things that happened in it, and where it left off with her showing up on that island and handing the lightsaber to Luke, and he's standing there. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
This is about to get awesome, and then you wait the 2 years or whatever, and then
first scene.
In comes Ryan Johnson to the rescue, and oh my gosh, what a train wreck of a film! I mean, that was one that I went and saw like the night before the release. Like I got tickets to an advance showing at like at a cushy theater that had like recliner seats and servers and everything. I paid like double to go see it. I'm in a small theater. Like it was a cool setup. It's the only time I've ever done that. And I remember watching it. It's like one of those situations where you really want to like it. You really want to be stoked. And then just when it was over, I'm like, huh. And I'm like fighting to like it. I want to like it. And the more I thought about it, the less I liked it, the more angry I got. And oh man. Yeah. Now I could talk for hours about why that it's not just a bad movie. There are bigger implications and things going on that just make your blood boil.
Yes, I agree.
If you're a fan of the OG,
Right. Well, I don't want to get his blood boiling too much yet.
Right.
We've got a whole episode to do.
Yeah, we've got our sequel to ruin.
Exactly. So before we head out here, Andrew, let everybody know where they can find everything Project 86 and the brand new record, Omni Part 2.
You can just visit us at project86.com. There you'll find links to wherever you want to stream the record. We also have a link to our store where you can purchase vinyl and CDs and cassettes and all kinds of different cloth merch and more. Depending upon when this airs, we also have an album release live stream on March 1st and 2nd. You can buy tickets for there.
So this is actually, this episode is this What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions episode is March 1st.
All right. So tomorrow night.
So March 1st and 2nd, which would be today and tomorrow. Tonight, as of this airing, is our VIP performance. It's going to be a shorter set, but it's calling it kind of like a lounge set, almost like somewhere between like unplugged and full band. But we're going to perform all like classic material. And then tomorrow night, which is March 2nd, we're doing the Omni album release show, which will be primarily new material, not solely, but primarily. So you can check that out. Again, you can grab a ticket at project86.com. You'll see the information there. And
jump on the live stream and check it out
on YouTube as well. We got a lot of new music videos that came out really cool.
Yes. Absolutely. So go ahead, check that out, and come back on Monday.
Yeah, and remember to ask yourselves every day that super important question: what in your life helps you get through that day? What inspires you? What makes you want to be better?
What's your bacon?
What's your bacon?